Hello and welcome to Playing Away, the series where we give you the insight into our opposition and what to expect from our upcoming Northern Premier League West away days. But before we get into the competitive action, we're going to have a chat to some of our pre-season opposition, full details of which are on the website buryfc.co.uk. And first up is fellow champions Atherton LR, who won the Northwest Counties Football League Division 1 North. And today's guest is former player and now director of Atherton LR, Brian Seddon. So first of all, Brian, just tell me a bit about your role within the club at Atherton LR and how you got involved.
Uh, I got involved 61 years ago as a player, 18-year-old. Um, Played for the club, obviously, as a goalkeeper. Then took on the role of social secretary. Um, and then I was appointed treasurer and then secretary for 15 years after I played. Uh, then I just simply became a director of the club. My role really is a senior member of our group. I've been was in and out of different aspects of the club. But then just over 6 years ago, the club was in a real big hole. They were maybe 2 weeks away from actually having to shut the gates because the financial difficulties which the then people who was running the club had got themselves into uh, was just it was an impossible situation. But I knew Sean and Chris, who are now chairman and vice chairman, from the playing days at the club. I also knew Sean's mum and dad socially, were big friends, so I knew Sean had just recently come away from Atherton Town Football Club. So I rang him and said, "Do you fancy coming to try and get Atherton out of this big hole?" So he said yes, and both him and Chris came up, and they started the rebuild of our football club. Um, the financial situation, it took us almost 5 years to sort out. But to the credit of both Chris and Sean, every penny what the club owed has been paid. We're now obviously trading in the black. And they've made tremendous improvements to the club, to the playing surface, to the ground itself. And when you consider it's only been a 6 year period from being almost non-existent or going out of business to where from, well, to finish how we did last season was absolutely, I would have never thought would have been in that situation from the situation we was in to having to go on Saturday to Blackpool and, to be honest, receive so many trophies. It was if you like, a dream come true for me. It was from being like completely distraught with the situation to more or less floating on high because of the uh, honours which this team had won. So yeah, we're in a happy place at present.
Well, you mentioned the awards on Saturday, but the season as a whole was very positive for LR. Obviously, you gained promotion and won the Northwest Counties Division 1 North. You started off the season very well and continued that throughout the season. Just talk me through last season from your point of view and what you saw on the pitch.
Well, funnily enough, from the season before, we lost both our leading goal scorers, and I think we're all a bit apprehensive the fact that we had left both our leading goal scorers and how we would go on without them. But fortunately, Dave, although he's the youngest manager in the league, he has a brilliant footballing head on him. He recruited well striker wise. He signed another two strikers who proved to be uh, well excellent, as the record proved. We started off the season brilliantly. I mean, we'd only lost one game up to Christmas time, uh, and basically the team just carried on from the season before, really. Um, but I think we had started having that run in the Vars, which I think gave the players more and more confident because we'd beaten four Premier League sides on a really, really, really tough Yorkshire side. So I think the impetus we got from playing in the Vars, although we did have a spell where we lost 3 games in 5, which really knocked us out of our stride in regards to going for the championship. But we overcome that, and the finish that season were incredible. Uh, I mean, our last 4 games, we only conceded 1 goal, and we scored, what, we're at 12, we scored 12, but we played Alker away and won, we played Nelson away and won, and then we played Drowson at home, all within space of a week in 7 days. And then 3 games defined our season because we won all three, and that uh, gave us the impetus because it took us to the top. And then we had to beat Bacup to win it. And again, Bacup always give you a good game. But to be honest, we battered them. And yeah, it was uh, it was a vindication really that the lads, even though we'd lost our two best players, still had the bottle and the capabilities to come and win the title. So yeah, I was pleased with the players how they adapted.
You mentioned the awards in Blackpool at the weekend. You picked up 4 awards: one for Manager of the Year, Player of the Year, Goalkeeper of the Year, and Best Discipline as well. It was well attended from what I understand from Atherton LR. I guess those awards and the season overall is something to be proud of, given sort of the previous struggles that you mentioned earlier.
Well, that I think that's in a nutshell, really. And from, like I said prior, from being down and out to then to get these awards, and particularly the individual awards by players and managers, was absolutely showed our vindication, really, to appoint a manager in the first place. Because when when we appointed Dave, everybody was saying he's never managed before. He's too young. He doesn't know this league. He's not got the experience. Blah blah blah. But he's proved everybody wrong. Everybody, because when we'd interviewed him, he his his interview was absolutely first class. He talked sense. He didn't come with not the normal. Well, if you give me so much money, I'll guarantee you this and all that rubbish, which a lot of is the spiel what managers come with. He said your wage bill, what you're finding is as good as what you can get. It's not the money, it's the players you need. I want a small squad. I don't want me playing every Tom, Dick and Harry. And he's kept to his principles, and he's been rewarded by the performances by his players.
And
Yeah.
like I say, looking ahead to next season or this coming season, I guess the sort of framework for that has been built in terms of what Dave and his players and the rest of the club have built over the last season. How are plans looking ahead to the 25-26 season? How's the squad shaping up?
Well, he's let four players go, which were what I call squad players. He's signed at least five new signings. Uh, so he's strengthened his side in regards because he thinks these will be more than squad players. They will be pushing for a place. Um, in fact, I went to watch him on train last night. Uh, there was buzzing last night. Oh, a lot of them. Man, that probably a bit still buzzing from Saturday at Blackpool. But no, they look good. The new lads have adapted to new teammates, if you like. They have a tremendous team spirit between themselves. And yeah, they've welcomed the new signings. The new signings seem they're happy with the new teammates. Yeah, so I think they'll gel nicely. Uh, they're full of confidence, obviously. They must be after last season. And I'm thinking not only the players, but the whole club are looking forward to the new challenge. It's exciting times.
And
We've
looking,
got
oh, go on.
well, we've got plans just past now for to build new dressing rooms. Uh, we've had bifocal doors put on the front of the clubhouse at the back end of last season. Uh, we've built like a patio now at front of the clubhouse uh, to attract more people for use our facility. Our main sponsor, UK Gas, uh, is building four paddle tennis courts on the far side of the pitch, which then will make our facility a 7 day a week facility. So the footfall from from there, we're hoping will regenerate us funds through the clubhouse. So yeah, they'll be up and ready in another couple of weeks. So yeah, it's we're ready for the challenge, I think.
And what's going to be what would you say is a good season for Atherton LR? Are you going to look to push on and try and challenge at the top end of the table, or is this going to be a season where you sort of try and work out the division itself and then potentially push on for maybe another promotion? What's the aim for the season overall?
Well, not being the players won't get any playoffs at least. That was their talk. That's their talk, and that's their goal. Um, quite frankly, as a director, uh, I'd be happy with to consolidate. A good run in the bars would be nice again. Uh, we're in the FA Cup next season, which we've not been in for a few seasons, so that'd be nice to uh, get back into that competition again. So yeah, I think whatever comes will come, and we'll enjoy what we get. So long as it's not a struggle, which I don't think it will be. I think the players are good enough to cope with the standard of football, which is going to be brought to us. We coped with it last season within the Vars run, so uh, I think the players are confident. Uh, our chairman and vice chairman have said whatever happens in respect, say we do well, we'll cope with that as well, with making sure our facilities are up to standard. So I think there's a confidence throughout the club. So yeah, bring it on.
And it's been a few years, as you say, since you were last in the North West Counties Premier Division. I guess for you, how much has the club changed since you were last in that division?
Um, I think we're more. if I'm being honest, since we were in the Premier League, I think we've got a more stable uh, board of directors. That's for certain. Certainly we've got uh, a group of volunteers who are stronger as well, who put themselves about painting, repairs, you name it, which we didn't have then. Um, and I think we're stronger as a club because of that. We've now got eight, 10 junior sides now, different from under 21s, 18s, 16s down. We've got a senior ladies side. We've got an under 10s ladies side. Uh, we've got our own training facility now, which we didn't have then. And I think overall we're a stronger club, uh, financially as well. Not only do we have the capabilities to um, do things as a board, we also have another group of people who are really committed to the club, and they want it to go well. They want to build the club up. So yeah, we'll see how everything goes and give it a go.
You mentioned sort of how you've developed certain aspects of the ground over the years, and more recently with what you were saying about the paddle courts. How important can Atherton LR be to the wider community of the town of Atherton?
Well, the only problem Atherton has is that we've four senior sides in the town. We've got Atherton Cowries, uh, who you will be playing next season. Good luck with that. We've also got Atherton Town, who play in the Manchester Premier League. We've got Heinsford, who play in the Manchester Premier League. We've got Pennington, who play in the Premier League, and they all have um, a clump of support who people support. I think the success we had last year has given us the impetus where people are actually talking about us more now than the rest of the teams. Um, so I think we've got to capitalise on that interest what other people are showing to us. And I think if we get anything like a decent start, I think we'll keep hold of that support because they want to watch a decent standard of football. That's anybody who's a football fan wants watch decent football, and you know that yourself. Um, you don't just want watch a load of cloggers. You want you want to see a bit of quality, and if we give that quality, I think the people of Allerton, which they did last year, I mean our attendances were up 60% last year, which is phenomenal, really. And if we can keep hold of that support, uh, both on and off the field, we have a great media team who uh, they push the club more than anybody to give us that impetus through over at rest of clubs round what we have. And yeah, we just need to keep building on the work we're doing, trying to encourage people come and watch our football club, and we can do that by improving our facility and improving the comfort of the fans when they come to the club.
And just going back to the friendly, which obviously only a sort of a week or so away now. You mentioned how sort of jubilant the squad is that you've got at the moment. What can the Bury fans expect to see from the Atherton LR side that'll be taking on Bury in that friendly in just over a week's time?
Well, the found us very competitive. That's for, that's for certain. Obviously, I think it's a game of both champions, isn't it? You managed to get lower breakout way and push. I mean, to get 106 points, was it what lower break got?
Yeah.
And not win it, it's criminal. But it just shows what sort of season you had to have him for win it with such a team pressing you all the way. No, I think the game will be more than interesting. Our lads are quite confident that they can match you. So that obviously, I think footballers are like that. They'll relish the challenge of playing someone who's in a league above them now. So yeah, they're looking to the challenge, and I think the Bury fans will appreciate the fact that we have some talented players. I just hope your manager don't come round with the 7 days notice after.
And for fans that haven't been to Crilly Park before, what can you tell us about the ground and what can the fans expect?
Well, being honest, it's not a patch on Gig Lane, but they'll be served the best hamburgers in the league. That's for certain. Uh, our well, the girls who run the refreshment room are incredibly proud of the fact that they serve good, wholesome food, good prices. Similar in the bar, they'll find that our beer is the best in the league. Your committee will get the best hospitality shown to them. What we provide. Um, we've not got the seating, obviously, what Gig Lane have, but I know we're going to provide an outside bar, so your fans won't need to be queuing all over the place for beer. Um, the surface, the pitch is absolutely superb. Uh, I've been up today on our groundsman. We're cutting it again today. Uh, yeah, the pitch itself, your players will not find any problems with the pitch. And like I said, the hospitality will show you the best hospitality you'll get. So I think that your fans will can look forward to a good open game.
I'm sure they will. And just finally, Brian, it's obviously this time of the year. There's plenty of sort of pre-season cliches that are batted about games, uh, sort of for players to get minutes in the legs. But at the end of the day, I'm sure both sides will want to go out and win this game. Have you got a score prediction for us?
2-2.
Oh, I'm sure both sides will take a nice competitive opening pre-season game. Brian, thank you very much for your time and
No
to
problem.
speak to us today.
Well,
The game at Atherton LR is pay on the gate only. No tickets will be sold in advance, but both cash and card will be taken on the gate. Full match info will be available on the club website later this week. Thanks again to Brian for joining us, and we'll be back very soon with another playing away with another one of our pre-season opposition.